Okay, young one's up having a little bit of a fly. Still, last few days have been really warm, so it's kind of hard to get the birds to do anything at the moment because most of them are still molting. So just giving these ones a little bit of a push this afternoon just to stretch their wings because the season is fast approaching, and I'd at least like to get these on 1 or 2 races, the shorter ones. I think Sprint 2's got some shorter races in it, which should suit these ones reasonably well. Maybe only 100, 150 kilometers, which is, that one's a bit scared, which is, oh, that's the one, hey, you shouldn't be out, in you go. That's the one that I had a week or 2 ago, we had to go pick up. The rest are sort of still flapping around, we'll bring them in a second. But yeah, hopefully 150, 140 kilometers I think it is, I have to double check. That might be all right for these guys, and then we'll just take it from there, I guess. We'll see how they go, but they're pretty good around the loft. They're starting to get pretty confident, which is good to see. These are just way too late bred, really. But we've just had a rough year. This breeding season was just a bit rough, but we'll get there. Come on. Come on, you guys. Come on. Alright, while they finish off there, we'll just have a bit of a look over here. I had these ones out before, flying, still not getting in a lot of time in the air yet, like it is a bit warm. Any more sitting out there anywhere? I think we've got them all in, which is good, so I'll just shut that up for the time being. Look, they don't go too far, those ones at the moment. These ones are the same thing, they're not really going too far, but I'd say over the next 3-4 weeks, like they will really start to fly a lot more. Most of these are probably their second, third last flight. There's a few a little bit behind that, but yeah, we'll get there. I would just wish the season here started like a month later than it does, so that really gives us like 3 months before we start racing, but we've got 8 weeks, which is basically 2 months, and then the first race will commence. So most of these will be ready for that. That's no problem at all. There is a whole bunch of birds in here that we have had racing last year out to at least 515 kilometers, so we'll get those ones moving at least first off. It's really hard to see with some of that where we got there, but I'm just showing you some of the birds that are starting to come through the molt quite nicely. So it's got some of the sons off the mealy hen, which are all the mealies are off her, and they're not too bad. I don't mind them. And there's a black, I'd say it's a black pied. I don't really think you'd call that a tiger grizzle. It's got a few little specks on it, but more of a black pied than anything. And you know, a few of them looking pretty good. That's a real friendly one we had off Rosetta. You know, starting to slowly condition up, which is really nice. We've got another one here from Rosetta. It's a daughter of Rosetta. She's beautiful, this one. Beautiful little hen. I was considering holding her back and keeping her as a 2-year-old. Just racing her next season. I just don't have many hens. It's a problem I have every single year. I just don't have hens. I have plenty of cockbirds, but the hens always something I'm lacking. They're all slowly getting there. It's just a slow time of the year. There's Shock. He's been out for a loft fly as well. He's doing really well. It's good to see. And then we got son of Titan, which has taken his box. He's taken Titan's box in, little fella, which is good to see. Alright, let's have a closer look at some of you guys, because these are the 2 cockbirds we had at the beginning that were really friendly off Rosetta. They were the first 2, so there's one, and then there's the brother. They're still pretty friendly. They haven't really lost too much of their craziness. What I've done today is I just put a little bit of peanut oil on their food, mix that in there too, just to try something different, try and help them molt a little bit, give them a little bit of extra energy, and hopefully try and get them up in the air. These all have, I think I just gave them Doxy tea last night, so I'll probably fresh up their water tonight, but they've all got Doxy tea, so clearing out their airways. Because I really want to get this group moving. Like, we've got 8 weeks, till that first race, so tossing will have to start in the next gosh, probably looking at 4 weeks time. So that's why I put a little bit of peanut oil on there, a bit of pink mineral powder, a bit extra, just to try and hurry them along a little bit. The molting, like I said, it's only pretty much done, but I kind of just want to get them in the air a bit more. But the temperature hasn't dropped off enough. Like, we're still, I think the lowest temperatures of a night time is still like 20 to 24 degrees, which is pretty warm still. So I need to get those cooler nights and cooler mornings, and hopefully the days remain a bit cooler too, which is good. But you know, there's some nice birds in here, so hopefully they will do some interesting things. 83's here too, so there's 83, he's loft flying. And 007 is 83's brother, which is the father to that one. So it's interesting to see how they go, because the father, he done the whole season pretty much last year, and he didn't really win anything, but he was always there. So I like that consistency. I do like this little black pied though. I think it's going to be a hen. Hopefully that one makes it through a few races, so we can, who knows, maybe breed that one. But we'll just see how it goes through the season. I still want to maintain some kind of coloration in this loft. So there's 007 there, which is the father to all these Venus crosses you'll see here. Which are, there's another one here. They're really beautiful birds, I tell you. Come on. Alright, we need to go and have a look at these Pattaya birds, because I do want to show you what the siblings to those ones look like, because we won't get to see them when they're older. Well, we'll have a little bit of a look at these guys. I do want to change out this nest pole, maybe it's a job for tomorrow. Let's have a look. Let's make sure both those rings are on there. So yes, both the Australia 2023 rings are on there. And realistically, the parents of these ones can be a bit of a pain. I did put rings on them last year, and they took the rings off the babies and then threw them away, and I couldn't find them, which was a bit of a pain. So I don't know if they threw them down behind there or out the side of a loft, but I've not seen them. So we've got 0082, and this one should be 81, I think. It's a little bit messy on there. I have to have a look what we got here. Yes, so that one's 81. So this one will be a checker or blue bar by the looks of it. It's going to be one of the two. And this one over the back is actually going to be a slate, I'd say. It's identical to the slate we've got. It's got that white beak, little tip on there, and those little black toes. So that looks like a slate. So that's going to be a beautiful little one. Bit of a shame sending that, but yeah, I'll show you the slate we've got. It's a beautiful little one. I call that one Dark Storm. The only other thing, that I didn't do with these, these are my Arena Bossal ones. Decided not to send them. I've got 2 of those in same way bred in Meadow 1 loft race, and these are both got the 2022 rings on it, which are what Australia uses. Just those 23 rings are international ones, so a little bit different, but that's how it works over there. So we'll see how we go. Nice little light one, and this one's pretty dark. You can see how dark his little feet are, which will be interesting to see how he turns out. I kind of just want to loft fly these ones and see how they go, and we'll probably toss them later, because I haven't actually, this is the second round out of these ones, and the first round we sent to Meadows, like I said. So I don't want to send them away. We'll keep them here, and the entry fees that I'm saving on these, I'm going to put towards a maybe like an 8 to 10 bird team here in Australia later on this year for another one loft. So that'd be pretty cool. We might try a different one as well. So that will be something to keep an eye on for, and I will show you these babies that I wanted to get into the one loft. This is the cockbird out of the pair that I was really hoping to get to Pattaya. Just the rings turned up a little bit late, so we didn't get him in there, but he's a son of 83, paired to the best hen. Real beautiful little pigeon. It's actually not really little, but oh, it's hard trying to do this one hand, but he will get reasonably solid. So we'll probably just loft fly him until we get you know, into the race season next year, and then we'll probably put him in there as well. So he'll be definitely ready by then. So if he makes it till then, because I had a really beautiful brother of this one, the oldest one, and he actually got disappeared the week that we got absolutely smashed by falcons. So I don't know if he got eaten or whatnot. So we'll see how we go with these ones. I think Messi was one of the brothers to this too. He got sick and passed away. So yeah, we haven't had too much luck with these, like the best kettlebirds so far. It's been a pretty rough thing. They're either getting picked off by falcons or had the first two pass away. I think they just weren't really overly healthy, which is strange. So it's interesting when we get a little one like this one who's nice and healthy, that hopefully we'll just have to get him out and about. We've still got two more brothers over in the other side. Apache's going to try and get him, but we'll see how we go. I would have loved to have had him in Pattaya though. Okay, so out of the birds that we have for Pattaya, there is one that I was saying is going to be a slate, so it will be the same as this. It's not that real slatey type, it's just got the more dirtier side to it, but they are really beautiful birds. I think this one's going to be a hen, but the one that we're in Pattaya should turn out very similar to this one, which is a really nice little bird. So interesting to see how it turns out and goes in Pattaya. It's starting to molt out a bit too, you can see here, so we'll probably over time see a much better slate pattern in this one. But very strong and smart little bird, this one. So hopefully the brother or sister to this one we're sending over Pattaya can make it all the way. That's what I want. And this one is the same way bred as those two, and the other one in that nest will most likely turn out like this one, because all the rest have. Really beautiful bird too, so it will be interesting to see how these go. Father side, Mr. Kruger, they do really well in the one lofts, and they're breeding some really nice babies for us and crossed into the storm birds. It will be very interesting to see how they go. These are probably some of the best young birds that I've bred so far this season, so it'll be interesting to see how those ones fly. So I'm happy to enter those into Pattaya anyway and see how they turn out. So yeah, we'll see how we go, but I'm pretty happy with them. So let's see how tame these are. So any of these ones that have green rings on it are either too young to race. I've looked through the records. It's going to be too much hard work to get them out. The rest of them, we're going to try and get to at least 1 or 2 races this year. Come on. There's some really nice little birds. See, there's that little slatey one. They're not as comfortable eating out of the hand as the other ones. And we've got the orange ring ones. If anyone's wondering what they are the House of Pigeon race teams that we've got. They have to go in the race this year to be part of the Golden Wing Award. So we'll see how they go. I love this little slate thing here. She's so friendly. I call her Dark Storm, but she's a beautiful bird, that one. Very friendly. You want to come around here? And there's the other one I was showing you before. Who's this coming in here? Ah, you meant to go on the other side. She's one of the older ones. But still a lot of birds on this side. There's about 30, I think, that we need to... Well, I've been pushing them reasonably hard to get them flying. It's just a bit hard at the moment with the molt and this weather. It's just a bit too warm. Come on. Got our recessive red there too. She's starting to molt out a bit. Starting to get that darker colour, which is good. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Like, realistically, I'd like to get them to 1 or 2 of the shorter races. It just sees how these ones go, because some of these are just a bit too young, I think. But we'll just play it by ear and see how they loft fly, really. That's kind of where I'm sitting at the moment. But I've still got 40 on the other side, so we'll be able to play with those ones, get them moving. But yeah, worst case, I've already got 30 birds here ready for next year, so yeah, can't really complain about that. Less breeding I have to do. Come on. And I do want more older birds, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. See you later.